I got a quick video for you guys, showing you guys how to change the outer tie rod end. So basically, with this outer tie rod end, what was going on was they wasn't able to get a proper alignment because the ball that sits inside of the ball joint, the ball that sits inside was spinning. As you lock the nut, it was spinning. So what I did was I used the vice grips onto the rubber boot here, tighten that down, lock the vice grips in place like that, and then I loosen the bolt. So what that would do is stop the metal ball from inside from spinning, so it would cause it to stay in place. So that's what I did here to hold that in place in order to loosen this nut to get the ball joint out. So once I loosen this, which is, I think it's a 19 millimeter, the tie rod end, what I did was use a 19 millimeter socket and just unscrewed this while this was being held. Or you can hold this, or you can lock it this way here, so it would lean on this piece of the arm, the hub itself, and the hub will hold it while you just unloosen the nut. You could do it that way. That's how I did it. And then you just unclamp the vice grips. This will come off. And the nut will come off. And then you can just lift the tie rod end out. This tie rod end was bad, so like I explained, the ball pivot inside, which is spinning as you lock the nut, so couldn't get a proper alignment on it properly. So replacing this with a Moog one outer tie rod end. So basically, for the inner part, what I did was I used a vice grip. So what the vice grip did was hold this middle part in place while I unlocked the jam nut with a 10-inch adjustable wrench. So I used the 10-inch adjustable wrench, put it on, pushed it down, while this part and this end here leans on this for the sway bar, the stabilizer links. So it pushes on the stabilizer links, and that holds the vice grips from moving. And then you just put this 10-inch adjustable wrench on it, lock it down to size, see how it's locked on, and then you just push down hard and it'll lock it out of place and you're good to go. So from there, you can hold. Yeah. Just hold that like that. Just come up a little closer so they can see. So basically what I'm going to do is, I don't want to lose the alignment for the car, so what I'm going to do is take this out and spin it off because it's not locked in place anymore. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this, and then I'm going to count the turns as I turn it in order to get the proper alignment. So or you can just leave the jam nut here, and then when you screw the next one on, you just screw it on to the same spot where it stops here to keep the alignment for the vehicle. But you still have to get an alignment afterwards because nothing's perfect, and the alignment will make it right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this a little bit more, so this will unscrew, and then I'll catch back the video for you guys. So now, as I have the tie rod end out, I'm going to count the turns, one full turn, as the top comes from the top and then it goes around. That's one full turn, and I'm going to keep turning it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 turns to lock it in place. So you always do is you match both of them up together like this, so they match, so they're the same length and size. Okay. So this part here goes onto this, the inner tie rod end. Yes, his rack and pinion needs replacing. He's going to replace the rack and pinion because the boot is ripped. Just giving you guys a head up because I know people are going to call it out. So I'm just saying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, you can just, the count, you can count it, or you can back it back up to where the nut is exactly to keep your alignment. So what I'm going to do is push it as far back for the alignment. Okay, so now I'm going to tighten this jam nut and then put the screw on the bottom, tighten everything up. Yeah, I gotta tighten this down. This is a grease. I'm gonna tighten this down at the end. I just put it in the top for the time being. That's the grease fitting. That's where you pump grease into to keep joint good. So right now, tighten this bolt down enough to hold the joint in place. Like I said, it's a 19. So now I'm gonna use the vice grips. Okay, vice grips is no good, that one. So what I'm gonna do is lock this vice grips over the joint here to hold it in place. So I'm gonna put this on, set everything up, and then I'm gonna catch back the video for you guys. Right now I'm catching back the video for you guys, showing you guys the vice grip is on it. It's holding this, so what I'm doing is holding that, and I'm using the adjustable wrench to move the lock nut in place. So once I pull this and lock this, this wrench will lock here like this, perfectly on it. Then I turn it and lock it to get a good tight. This should be good and tight. And then when this is good and tight, let's go. You can get somebody to put their foot here to hold this and then tighten it, but it's good. It's held in place, it's tight. Make sure this is really, really tight, because this locks the whole thing in place. I'm pretty strong, so you know, I don't have to play with that, but it's locked in place. The nut is tight. This fitting I'm gonna put back on top. Just tighten that down. It's like an 8mm. And then this lock nut down here. This nut down here. Cast a nut screw. Just tighten that. To about probably 30 foot-pounds of torque. Hold on one second. Okay, that's locked in place. So then put the pin in through the hole down here. Just put the pin in there and you're good to go. And that's it. Change your outer tie rod end. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.